Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new, my name is Tay, and the last couple of videos I know I have been splitting my time between some of the house content, a little bit of the car content, and then mostly more of the house stuff. And I know some of you have expressed that you like the house stuff, and some of you have expressed that you want more of the car stuff, and I'm trying to do a little bit of both. And the last video we did tackle the office, which I'm still ordering a bunch of stuff and trying to get that all situated, but thank you guys for all of your suggestions. In the last video as well, you saw that our friends Devin and Katie drove 5 hours from Carbondale, Illinois to bring us this 350Z shell. This is going to help me finish my 350Z because I'm in need of quarter panels for my car. However, the sucky part is I need someone to come by and take these quarter glasses out so that then we can take the quarter panels out. So I need the quarter glasses taken out on this shell and on my car. And I have reached out to 2 different glass people and they just like are ghosting me. I don't understand why. Like, somebody was trying to charge me a lot of money and I'm like, do you see the size of these little glasses? Like, I'm not asking you to remove a whole windshield. So I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying to find somebody that would be able to come out here and take this out so I can get started on it right away. So that project is kind of on the back burner. So for now, I have been driving my RX-7 a lot more, which honestly, it's been in need of being driven at this point. Redtiger sent me a dash camera, and I've never used a dash camera before. This is the F17 Elite, and we're gonna figure out how to install it. Okay, this is the little camera guide. All of this is for if you want to hardwire the camera in, which I probably will do at some point. I'll leave this on the side and keep that bag. So for now, I guess I should figure out where I want this to go. Because this has a touchscreen, I want to be able to like access it, you know? I don't want it to be like too hidden away. Well, before we start sticking stuff to places, let's see if this actually works. USB-C and then USB. Okay, check this out. They have like a in-cabin one, you know, front-facing camera, and then the rear-facing camera, which is just over here. All right, got the dash cam all wired up, tucked all the wires, put the rear one in there. So let's go for a drive. Here's the front camera, and the cabin camera, and then the rear camera, which I might adjust a little bit because I don't want it to show as much of the trunk. Let's go for a drive. This camera has a 30 megabytes per second transmission speed with 5.8 gigs of Wi-Fi. Compared to traditional 2.4 gigs of Wi-Fi, it's 10 times faster with download speeds. It also has two-way HDR, so when you're driving in bright sunlight or bright lights, the over or under exposure can be alleviated by the HDR. Honestly, the best part about this camera is that it's the world's first full-color night vision in-cabin view. So while other cameras show grainy black and white images, you can clearly see every detail in vivid color. Here's what it looked like during the day while I was driving around, and later at night you can still see all the colors and details regardless of the street lights and wherever I'm driving. So if you're in the market for a dash cam, definitely check out the F17 Elite, and thank you so much Redtiger for sending this over to me. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is my 1986 Mazda RX-7 FC. I've had this car for about a year and a half, almost 2 years now. I've done a whole bunch of stuff to it, and I do plan to do like a whole in-depth recap video because I've gotten a lot of questions about little specific things that I've done to the car, and I think a lot of you don't know like the whole story of how I got the car, that it's a one-owner car. I mean, I'm the second owner now, but there's so many little details that I really want to talk to you guys about because I'm so excited. I could talk about this car forever. I love the story of it, and I love everything that I've done to it to make it what it is today. Just to give you a short little recap of the car, if you're not familiar with it or the channel, I bought it as a shell, a rolling shell, so no motor, no trans. It was originally a 4-lug car. It was a base model, so it comes with no power steering and crank windows and no power mirrors, pretty much everything that you wouldn't want on a car. It kind of reminds me of like a base model Honda Civic. That's exactly what this car was. So I did a whole bunch of stuff to it. I have the 13B still in it. I did a full rebuild on it. It has a full bridge port, so it idles beautifully. I've got the S5 taillights, a Turbo 2 style wing, a roof spoiler on the top, some different wheels, some 50mm over fenders. Inside I have some aftermarket seats, aftermarket steering wheel. Pretty much everything on the interior has been replaced because it was originally a blue car, so blue on blue interior. Under the hood, like I said, still have the 13B engine in here. I did paint the engine bay because it was blue and it really bothered me. But it's pretty messy in here. It's nothing special. It's just an NA. I've got the M Sports body kit on it. I ordered this from TF Works. Lastly, and what I would say is the most important piece, I dropped the subframe and I did full solid bushings. I did a welded diff in the back there, upgraded the axles a little bit. So I did a whole bunch of stuff to make it drift ready, but I've never really drifted the car. I've clutch kicked it around a couple of times in first gear, so I don't really think that counts, but I've never done a donut with it. I've really gotten 0 seat time because there's also a lot of little issues that have prevented me from even taking it to the track and passing tech. Some of you may remember a couple videos ago I had some issues with like my seat bolts being cross-threaded, so I wasn't able to like reinstall my seat belts. It's just a whole lot of little things that I've been noticing with the car as I've been driving it more and more that I really want to dial in. And recently I've noticed that my 4-pot pistons here in the front have been extremely sticky and my brakes are very, very hard to stop, and it really frustrates me because if I'm going to the track and if I'm going to be drifting, I want to make sure I'm able to stop. So a couple of weeks ago I ordered a rebuild kit for the calipers, but I know that means that I'm going to have the car down for a little bit. Then I was driving it yesterday and I noticed that there's a lot of little noises coming from the rear end. So I'm wondering if maybe it's time for a bolt check. From my understanding, a bolt check is recommended 1, before you go to an event, 2, after you come back from the event, and then periodically while you're driving the car. And because I'm streeting it and dailying it more often, I definitely want to start making it a habit to check it as often as possible. The other thing I want to mention is that the full Bridgeport is pretty aggressive, so just about everything in the car shakes. So I can imagine that everything in the rear suspension is also shaking, so it wouldn't surprise me if something has shaken and gotten loose. With all that being said, we might as well get started. So I need to find my jack. I know which one is mine because I have a sticker on it, but we both have a red jack. And I'm not seeing it in here, so I'm wondering if it's in someone else's garage. A lot of questions have been asked about the FC and the engine and what I plan to do with it. I do have some boxes over here, if you can maybe make some assumptions as to what I may be doing with those boxes, but we'll see what may come of it. But for now, I need to find the jack. Dude, these ants are everywhere. I killed all of these ant holes and I like flushed them all out with like baking soda and vinegar, and they keep coming back. I don't know how to flush these ants out of here, so please let me know. I tried everything I could find online and they still keep coming back and making ant hills in here. Oh, so I know it's mine. Gotta label it because we end up sharing everything and then all my stuff goes missing. Excuse me, ma'am. I do have to be a little bit careful because the bumper is on the ground in the front already. Could have taken that off, but didn't really think about that. This should give me plenty enough space to scoot under there and see what's going on though. Car is up, let's investigate. The last time I had this car up on jack stands was maybe at my apartment. I don't remember what we were doing, maybe just like swapping the wheels, but like, I had that oil leak, but I didn't look at the rear at all. So maybe the alignment, and that was a while ago. It's probably a lot to check up on. At first glance, I see that my exhaust is a little roughed up. No big deal though. The rest of the exhaust looks okay. And it looks like everything is sealed up nicely, so probably don't have an exhaust leak, which is nice to know. Second observation, which are we surprised? Mike did give me the RG2s back after he drifted on my new BRs, and he did not flip these tires. So they are pretty bald. He did flip my tires, so hopefully we can put those back on because I kind of want my 5-spokes back. Now it's time to get to the nitty-gritty stuff. Suspension, I do have the BC Racing coils, which I don't love these. I'm probably going to upgrade to stance. And I've got the Prizzamike toe. What the hell is that from? What the hell? Whoa, I do not remember all of this being here. Oh no. So upon first examination, it looks like it could be diff fluid. Now, a couple videos ago, I did have a leak coming from the axle seal. I can't remember if it was the left or the right, but the axle wasn't seated in properly, and therefore it was leaking diff fluid down the diff. But I also looked around up here. Doesn't really look like there's any sort of leaks coming from the top of the diff. Back in like October or November of last year is when I dropped the subframe, and I did all these suspension arms and painted everything and, you know, did all these upgrades and welded the diff. And so I don't know what I was thinking. I thought maybe the axles should just be upgraded anyways, or just replaced due with time. And this is a prime example as to why you should go with OEM axles at all times, because this is some aftermarket one, a cheapo guy, and clearly it broke already. But luckily I have the OEM ones. I'm gonna grab one from the shed and just replace this one for now so that it doesn't fail and it doesn't keep spewing grease everywhere. I don't know if I'll ever get over the fact that this is the view from our backyard. I've lived in a suburb my entire life, so this is definitely a big change, but it's like so beautiful. Every day I wake up and I'm so grateful. Mike did a really good job of organizing and labeling all the boxes up here, so I think he said my stuff was on maybe over there. I've got my whole Pandem kit up here, just waiting to be installed. Great, he put it all the way in the corner? Really? Just look through all these boxes and moved all this shit for Mike to tell me that he put them down there. It's hot as hell in here. I'm sweating like crazy.
It's not even that hot today.
It's hot up here, dude. I'm sweating. Just come up the ladder and you'll see it's so hot. Whoa. Trust me.
Oh, it's significantly
It's really hot up here. Look, I was moving all that stuff and I'm glistening in sweat up here.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Alright, where are the axles? Where'd they be? Oh my god, I went up there for no reason. Oh, jeez.
Are they the same height?
I believe so.
Interesting.
Here is the rip in the axle that was leaking all the grease. 2 little tears right there. I guess everything works out in the end since I get to put my new axle in and then I get my wheels back. So, works out. Axle nut size, I think it was a 36. I know, just don't even pay attention to this drawer, guys. I am so sorry. I think it's this one. Just kidding, it's a 32. $14 mils on the axles. I've been struggling with this axle for like the last hour because it's like these studs don't want to come out and it doesn't want to come off the studs either. So instead of cutting it,
This is the problem. Cutting it.
I said instead of that. Look at this.
This is like, it won't pry out. I did already hammer this one out. So,
Yeah,
but
got
still,
that set out. But yeah, it just doesn't want to come off the studs, which is
there's not
mega
enough,
stupid.
There's not enough slack in each
Yeah.
CV for some reason. So we're just gonna hammer out maybe just the bottom 2.
I think it just needs 2 because it get. Oh, look at that!
Oh wow, just one?
Just one. That's all it needed. Wow.
That's nuts, actually. There you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
I was literally like unbolting these because I'm like, maybe I need to swing this forward or something, but I'm like, dude, no way an axle install is this difficult.
Use a punch for this.
Oh, you don't need to? Nope.
Nice.
So nice, right? Before I put the new axle in, I'm gonna clean up all this grease just in case it happens again. I can tell where it's coming from. Alright, now that the new axle is in, I'm just gonna go around and make sure that all the bolts are tight, everything that needs to be where it needs to be, including the struts, the subframe, all the arms, etc. Made sure to give everything a little ugga-dugga 1-2. You know what I'm saying? So everything was fine. Yay, now we get to switch my wheels. He's been stashing my wheels in here. I've been looking for them. Oh God. Oh yeah, these are definitely not mine. These are way too nice to be mine. Here's mine. Oof. Back on the all 5 spokes. I lied about these showing wire. And I was driving on these. Ugh. Like my 5 spokes?
They're good.
Oh, good. You can have your wheels back.
Thank you.
New axle is in, bolt check is done, wheels are back on, and I'm absolutely filthy and sweaty. I'm gonna go in and shower, and then we're gonna do one more thing at least today, just because I want to get it done. So I'll see you in a little bit. Almost.
This shit is so hard.
Yeah, baby. Yeah! So if you guys know me, you know I love my energy drinks, but as of recently, I've been seeing a lot more research come out about them, which obviously I know they're not good for you, but part of me feels like I need the caffeine sometimes. And I found this alternative actually from TikTok, and I've been looking for it here. Yerba mates. So like organic, and they have 150 milligrams of caffeine, but look at the ingredients, like it's all real organic stuff, and this is it. This is all that's in it. So I'm gonna try a couple flavors. I'll let you guys know what I think. So in comparison, here's a C4, and look at all the ingredients. Like, you don't even know what's in here. Now, I never really drink C4, but I do like pre-workout for working out, and the one thing I noticed is like when I do drink caffeine throughout the day, and then I go to the gym and take my pre-workout, like it just does nothing for me, which is bad. I can tell I'm having too much caffeine and it's just doing nothing for my system. If you guys want a healthier alternative, Yerba Mate. They have them at Jewel, Target. I'm sure they have them everywhere. What are you getting?
We all know. We all know. Cocoa Vita, orange and cream.
Clearing the shelf out?
No, I'll just get 2 trees this time.
First one I'm trying is the berry lemonade. Putting it into a glass because it's not cold. Like, I get it, it's organic and it doesn't have like all the added sugars and stuff. I feel like I could get used to how it tastes, but just a quick overview. It says our plant-powered brew is crafted with naturally caffeinated yerba mate, I don't know, leaves found deep in the Atlantic forest of South America, providing a smooth energy boost and infused with real fruit juices. Proudly committed to sourcing certified organic, regenerative, and fair trade ingredients in our products. What I was also trying to say at the store is that most energy drinks have the additive called sucralose. Sucralose? It's like Splenda, basically. It's like artificial sugar sweetener, and it has like a ton of it. So it's obviously super sweet and it tastes really good, which is why like this not having any of that doesn't taste as like sweet and is good, but it's like real, you know? But sucralose has a big effect on like your heart and a lot of different areas in your body. So I'm kind of committing myself to not drinking energy drinks anymore, but I still wanted some sort of caffeine. So if you guys are also looking for some sort of alternative yerba mate, I will say it doesn't taste as sweet as normal energy drinks, but like that's the reasoning. Like it's all organic and it's all good. Now, before I get back to the car stuff, I did order a couple of things on Amazon, and I think this is the one that I'm gonna open first. Thank you to everybody in the comments on the last video. I read every comment, by the way. If you guys didn't think I read your comments, I do read every single comment. And you guys always have such good suggestions. And the one thing I saw a couple of times is that we should have a clear mat under our office chairs so that the rolly wheels don't leave marks on the floor, which they already have been. And then it's just gonna ruin the stain that we already have. So I did buy those on Amazon. So let's unbox them and put them in there just so we don't ruin the floor any more than we already have. The instructions recommended to roll it the other way and then leave some heavy stuff on the side so it just unravels on its own. So I'm hoping maybe in a day or two it should be nice and flat, but at least we got that solved. Other little random thing I want to do on the FC is when I got my mirrors wrapped, the glass cracked in the mirror, which is pretty common because, you know, you're wrapping mirrors. And I think Hamza tried to remove the glass and maybe he just couldn't get it out or something. So he gave me a little bit of a temporary solution, which has not been a good solution so far. He wrapped it with chrome wrap, which, like, I guess it's somewhat reflective, but it's really not. So I got this replacement glass on, I think, carparts.com or something. Hopefully this fits and we can actually have a mirror again. Ooh, man, this is a big crack. Wow, that makes it easier to remove it, I guess. So what came in this kit is obviously the glass and then some of these adhesive pads. I think there's one more somewhere, but you're supposed to take the glass out and then stick these to each other and then put the mirror on. So it seems like it would be easy enough. We just have to chunk this glass out. Is there an easier way to do this? OSHA certified. Look at this fit. Okay, so we got our glass and our little stick pads. I think I'm gonna do 2 on the back of this side and then 2 on here to stick it to it. I don't know if there's a more professional placement of these, but these are power mirrors, I believe, but this car is originally a no power mirror vehicle, so I don't have them wired up. So I'm just gonna be really careful if I'm adjusting them and have to move it, but it seems like it's on there pretty good. So we just finished unboxing some stuff that came to our PO box. Mike looked through a bunch of stuff, and thank you to whoever sent this FC. It looks like it's black, but it's actually green, And it's got the same wing. It's got the Turbo 2 hood. This is so cool. I don't know who sent this, but thank you so, so much. If you guys are interested in sending anything to the P.O. Box, it's a shared P.O. Box, so it's to either me or Mike. Here's the address for the P.O. Box. It's also down in the description if you'd like to send anything. We appreciate it. We love opening stuff and seeing what you guys, you know, have and what you have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is probably going to be it for this video. Really want to test out the car in the next one and try to swing it around a little bit and get used to it. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Thank you.